Welcome to the episode of Flicks and Kicks.
What up?
Boy, we got a good week coming up. We got about 4 weeks ago it was WrestleMania. About 3 or 4 weeks.
WrestleMania was just last week, but it has been 3 weeks. And then now is you've seen the memes Backlash. You've been seeing the Backlash memes. Now we have Backlash, man. And we was thinking, instead of, doing our typical, we predict every match, we're going to talk about the biggest storyline out of the Backlash bills. No disrespect to the other bills, but
this is the main one.
This is the main event, because this one could, if WWE does what I hope they do, this could really make this summer more predictable than ever. And that's the Roman Reigns Jacob Fatu Samoan Werewolf match for the WWE Championship.
Oh my goodness.
This one's gonna... how long have we been waiting for these two cousins to fight each other?
All I can say is this is one that as soon as Jacob
made his debut,
that's what we wanted.
We had this one circle, bro. We had to see the Samoan Werewolf versus the OTC. And now I think we would get it this early at Backlash. I ain't gonna lie, I did not. Am I complaining? Nope.
Exactly.
Because the build has been excellent. From the beginning, when he interrupted Roman the night after WrestleMania on Raw, and he looked Roman dead in his eyes and said, "I don't want your title. I need your title." Jacob really sold that hunger. Because remember, he came up different than his cousins when it came to the wrestling business. He didn't start off on the WWE development route and going up to the main roster, and it was up from there, because we know the Usos were on Raw, and then it became one of the best tag teams ever. Obviously, we know Roman was in one of the greatest factions ever, the Shield. The rest was history. Did he have some rough years as the big dog? Yes, but still, he was getting main events. He was getting that exposure, and it all led to the Tribal Chief gimmick, and the rest is history from there, because that was his true prime. Jacob, he got it out the indies. He had to grind, because remember, he did some stuff in his youth, got locked up for a couple of years, so that kind of pushed him back. So he wasn't on. Of course, he was on WWE's radar. He's part of an Hawaii family. Everyone in that family that wrestles is on WWE's radar.
Yeah.
But he had to prove he was a professional outside the ring, which he did. And then we saw his tremendous talent in the indies. Even me, I don't really keep up with indies wrestling like that. But even I heard about Jacob Fatu, because there was a 300-pound Samoan doing front flips and suicide dives. He was
very flexible.
Flexible as shit. So he grinded there. He was in the indies for like 10 to 12 years. And now he's main eventing Backlash 2 years in his WWE run. And Jacob sold the hunger, like this all built towards this. I need that title. It's my turn to be the face of this company. It's my turn to bring that title to my household. It's my turn to be the head of the table of this family. And I need that championship, and I want everything that comes with that. He ain't just that one when he wants the title. He said he wants everything that comes with winning that belt. He wants the shoe deals. He wants the sponsorships. He wants the late night talk show invites.
Yeah, he want to be on the ESPN.
Yes, bro. He wants all the exposure, money, and opportunities that comes with being the man that his cousin Roman has. While from Roman's point of view, he's looking at Jacob as a disrespectful little cousin. He's looking at Jacob like, everything I've done for this family, and you're gonna talk to me like that? That's how Roman looking. He's looking at him like he wants to beat some respect into his cousin. Because he talked about, you mentioned all the things you want to do for your family. I can do those things for your family because I'm doing it for all our families. I'm like,
the way that he was talking, it's almost like, you really gonna do this, man? Jacob Fatu, you gonna just let him talk to you like this?
And he didn't, because he hit that Tongan death grip, that sacred Samoan move. The only person who hit that move consistently was Haku. You have to go back to the 90s in the Attitude Era when he was hitting folks with that move consistently. So Jacob is out over here hitting Samoan sacred moves on his own cousin to show how much he wants that title. So that's where you really see that desperation. Jacob doesn't give a damn about bowing down, respecting Roman. He wants that title.
Yeah.
And if he has to use the Tongan death grip, and choke out his own blood to get it.
It is what it is.
It's just business for Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. With Jacob, it's business and desperation. And Roman, it's more than just retaining the title. He wants his cousin to respect him. He wants his cousin to see who's actually in charge, who's actually running things. And also, it seems he wants the credit. Because Jacob's where he's at, and it seems to piss off Roman that Jacob's not giving Roman any credit for that. Because remember, Jacob told Roman, Solo brought me this. He said, you think Solo has any pull around here? No. They came to me about signing you. I signed off on you being here. Solo didn't have nothing to do with that. That was all. Yeah, he let you join his bloodline.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be in position to join his bloodline if you weren't in the company, which was because of me.
So, all right, my man.
And what do you feel about the IW? Because some people are complaining, another bloodline story. They're remaking the same recipe. But I would make the argument this is different because this is the first bloodline story that's between Jacob and Roman.
Well, I can understand where you're kind of getting annoyed of the same story because let's be honest, call it a spade a spade. It is the exact same. You know,
especially when Solo got involved.
Exactly. Like you can't like twist it and be like it's not.
No, I get it. It would be stupid because it's like it is because they're doing the same thing with the bloodline closed out segments where you're having the promos where you're mentioning what they did for the family and how it's family business. So it's like I get folks are getting PTSD because it's like we're going back to that again. As great as it was, it lasted a long time.
Exactly.
So it's like folks don't want to go back to that length again in terms of the bloodline taking over every segment.
Yeah, I feel like as long as it's not override of that, you know, it should be fine. But I kind of understand where it's like, all right, bro, why are we doing this again?
Because you're running it back. Because you made it seem like the bloodline was definitively over.
But my thing is, I would say my issue is, why'd they wait this long for this match, though? We've wanted this since Jacob has came on the screen.
We've been wanting this.
You know?
It's a problem with WWE is sometimes I think they like see how hot someone is at times and instead of just pulling the trigger and hitting in that moment, they wait for big moments. Which intentionally cools off that person. Because they had to reheat Jacob. Because they kind of accidentally cooled him off with how long they waited to really push him.
I was just about to say, my thing with that was basically what they were trying to do was when he first was doing his thing, I get you want to kind of build up on basically who he is and then build up his story for himself. Because if you remember, he came in with... Was it Jay?
He came in as Jacob, as Solo's muscle.
Yeah. And
then they had the bloodline feud, the new bloodline versus the old bloodline. That lasted a couple months.
Yeah, so...
And then he won the U.S. title at WrestleMania beating LA Knight. Then he got, let's be real, he got stuck in the Solo vortex.
Yeah.
And my MFTs, my family tree, that feud lasted longer than it should have. And then after he got done with that feud, he started feuding with Drew. Then he had the injury. He was out for months.
Yep.
Then he came back. Him and Cody were going at it. Then he just kind of dropped that. And then him and Drew went at it. He went at Mania. And now we're here. That's really how it's 2 years
honestly,
went down.
Yeah, I was about to say it felt like a 2 year just...
kind of just flew by.
Yeah. But, all right, bro. How do you think this is... What are your expectations?
For one, I think this is going to be a hell of a match. I think this is going to be the best match Roman has had with a member of his family by far.
Yeah. I think everyone else wasn't...
The Jay matches weren't as good as we thought it would be. We're saying that nicely. Let's be real. I'm going to say that SummerSlam match they had 2-3 years ago, boring. How is a tribal combat match boring? Beyond me, but that match was boring. I
mean, hey, you had one that was just taking an ass whooping the whole time. Because you disrespect me. So, that's how that went.
I'm getting war flashbacks thinking of that match.
I mean, to be honest, that's how most of Roman's matches are. He wants to
that was
emphasize
the biggest issue with his title reign, especially the later parts. It just always ended up in bloodline shenanigans.
Yeah.
So it got tiring, especially when Jimmy turned heel. When he turned on Roman to begin with, so that whole thing was just You just turn on Roman, and then 2 months later you turn on your brother to cost him. But yeah, this match should be. I'm looking forward to just everything about this match. The in ring, the story they tell, because from what they built, they're gonna tell a hell of a story. And then I hate to do this because we're so conditioned to do this during Roman matches. And I mentioned the Bloodline shenanigans, but we're guaranteed to have shenanigans in this match.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be something.
Guaranteed.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know whether that's the Usos jumping in or I'm hearing some rumblings. Maybe another member of the Anoa'i family makes a debut. I don't know if you heard this too. But
see, you know me, dog. I try to stay away from all of that.
You do.
It's just I don't want to.
No rumors.
Yeah, the rumors. I want to stay away.
You heard about Umaga's son, though, Zilla Fatu, how he's doing his thing in the Indies and shit like that. There's rumors he may be in Tampa Saturday.
Hey, we'll see. Cause I mean, you know me, like I told you, bro. Mm-hmm. I don't do the rumors because I'm sure there was rumors about Brock Lesnar too. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have felt the same way if I saw the rumors.
Fair enough. I ain't gonna lie. When this match was announced, I thought it was a done deal. Roman will win. He probably will still win. But these last 2 weeks, I've been in, damn WWE, you got me. I want Jacob to win.
See, you're falling into their trap.
I am falling into their trap. I understand that. But, bro, Jacob looks like a monster.
Oh, trust me, he is. And that's why it's going to be one of the best matches for Backlash.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, how can you do this match of Jacob losing without his momentum getting stifled, bro? We just talked about
Roman.
But we just talked about striking while the iron is hot, bro.
Roman.
It's like, bro.
He's going to give you a good match. But it's Roman.
I understand that. I get business-wise, I get it. Roman has to win because Roman being champion is best for business right now. I understand that. But it's like, bro, the Samoan werewolf got to win that belt. I'm not saying, he's going to get buried if he loses this. I'm just worried, where does he go from here if he just loses to his cousin? Does he acknowledge Roman and become part of his new bloodline? Or the first family, as him and the Usos called in that one promo? I don't know if you saw that. But it's like, I don't want Jacob to just lose and then he just bows down to Roman. Because the whole thing with Jacob is he was kind of the embarrassment to the bloodline. They didn't want him in the bloodline. They didn't. They were embarrassed by him because of his past. Jacob kind of played that off. You didn't call me to join your bloodline.
But see, this is where we were saying earlier, there's going to be interference. Who's to say at this point, this interference and Jacob kind of have some type of alliance? I
could see that.
You know? Because like I said, I'm going to be honest with you, WWE is not going to trick me. It's Roman. I understand it. I know the business. I get it.
There's a 99.9%, 99.5%.
Well, okay, yeah, I'll say about 95.
Yeah, 95 chance Roman is going to win this match.
Yeah.
95%. That's why I think, bro, if they go with Jacob, that's going to create headlines. That's going to definitely create headlines because no one's going to see that shit coming.
I would see if this was Vince. That would happen. But you're talking about a company now that has went into actual like business mode as far as like you said, Roman is good for business.
He is good for business. I understand. Ratings are up when Roman's around. Crowds are louder when Roman's around.
This is
merch is sold.
I mean, you see the commercials now of the.
I get it, bro.
ESPN is spamming that shit.
Spamming the fuck out of it. Trust me, I get it. Business wise, I get it. Roman is best for business. I get that. But at the same time, I think his cousin, if you put him in that position,
so tell me now,
can also be best for business.
Tell me now, is WWE more on business or what the fans want?
Business, no doubt about that. TKO is very cutthroat. We know that.
Exactly. So that's your answer on who's gonna win.
But it's like, bro,
I just broke it down to you right there.
It's the same thing I told you about the Braun and Seth match. I'm worried as fuck they're gonna have Braun lose. It's like, bro, let's stop talking about, these guys have such a bright future. Nah. Let's make the future the now. Just like we did with Oba over Brock. Look how much Oba catapulted after he beat Brock Lesnar. People wanted to win a title by SummerSlam. That's what some folks are saying. It's like, you cannot keep having your future guys take losses to the top guys, because eventually fans will ask, when is the future going to beat the top guys? How can they beat the future if they can't beat the nows? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you have Jacob lose this match, my question to you, Hunter, is where does he go from here?
Well, my question is, if he wins, how can you build a next story? What next story? Because Roman is already at the top. Mm-hmm. You beat him. Who are you going to go after next?
You know what would be a hell of a twist? What if the Usos turn on Roman, help Jacob win the title?
See, that's where I said earlier. I think where whoever is going to interfere could team up and have an alliance with Jacob. That's where I think it could be.
Exactly.
But
that would be interesting as fuck.
But are they going to win? Because I see where Roman wins and he probably goes on a rampage, and that's where they come and help, because Jacob is not some guy that's going to take an ass whooping.
This don't seem like the type of win where it's going to end with the guy just raising his hand up and the opponent rolling out the ring.
Exactly.
This is too personal.
Yeah, so this is one where I think at the end of the match,
shenanigans.
Yeah, and I think Roman is going to be the one that's showing asserting dominance.
It's similar to, again, we mentioned the Jay story, the first time around during the COVID times, when basically Roman, the I Quit match, when Roman was choking out Jimmy and forced Jay to acknowledge him.
Yeah.
To quit, to save Jimmy, which is fuck, because you choked one of your cousins to force your other cousin to fall. Roman was diabolical at that time. So it's like, I could see a situation where Roman wanting Jacob to respect him matters even more than him retaining his belt. I think Roman feels disrespected.
He's never been that focused on that, though. He's always understood the main goal.
With Jay, remember the first time, he was all about fall in line. You listen to me, I'm the head of this table. And it started pissing him off that Jay was defying him.
I mean, that's true, but still, at the end of the day, he made sure of
course,
getting what he needed to get done.
Fair enough. I think, of course, both matters. Maybe saying it matters more is a stretch, but I think it matters just as much as retaining that Jacob acknowledges him.
That's fair to say.
Roman's obsessed with that, especially with his family. You better fucking acknowledge me. That's how Roman moves. He's ruthless like that. Mob boss like. But I just think you have a chance to shake the internet and really tell the fans what y'all think is going to happen. Scratch that. Anything could happen. When wrestling is at its best, when you have an unpredictable feel and can't predict what's going to happen. Of course, it can still be enjoyable if it's predictable. But if Jacob just wins, then what's going to happen for SummerSlam? Then what's going to happen for Clash of Italy? For Saturday Night Main Event? So much stuff is a question in a good way. It makes the product unpredictable.
That's where I kind of agree with you on. Mm-hmm. But at the same time,
and you stamped Jacob. Hot. Jacob is stamped.
He's already so hot. How are you going to get...
hot.
That's what I'm saying. As far as you're facing Roman, that's already high. You're not going to get someone that is better booked than Roman. Yeah. How are you going to rebound from that? That's my thinking. But that's hard.
That question is just as much my concern. If he just loses to Roman, where does Jacob go from there?
You can still build up, though.
But it's like, Roman's the guy. So if you don't beat the guy, who else are you going to beat that's going to... I won't say the crowd's going to all of a sudden stop caring what he's doing. Fuck no, he's over as shit. Jacob's a star. But it's like...
You still have the Cody Rhodes of the world. You still have those.
But if he's on Raw now and Cody's on SmackDown,
true.
Who's the big dog he'll go after?
Well, I mean,
Roman's
let's just be honest. SmackDown just don't give a damn.
SmackDown's been horrible for the past couple months. Let's be real. SmackDown has sucked.
They'll give a damn. They don't care.
Awful.
But that's why I say, like, it's... Alright, bro. If he does win against Roman...
Yes.
Again... who is he going to go up against that you can build up a story? Mm-hmm. That's just where... A Drew... That's not going to hit the same.
Especially since they already fought.
You know?
Respect to that, I don't want to see Drew.
You know, a Gunther?
That would be interesting.
But then you're having to really build up. Because
I got a name. Braun Breaker. How long have we been wanting Braun and Jacob?
I see what you're saying, but I would see that more so if he somehow loses to Sammy. That would be...
Oh, you mean Seth Rollins?
Yeah, Seth Rollins. Yeah. I think that would be...
Seth Rollins is another one. We know Seth has a lot of ties with the the Wahi family. That would be interesting.
I mean, well, Seth, he just hates every one of them.
Oh, yeah, Seth does. Yeah.
You know?
I mean, anyone associated with Roman, he hates him.
Exactly.
Jacob, by blood, is associated with Roman.
Exactly. So he's not gonna
guilty by association. Or Oba Femi? Jacob Fatu versus Oba?
That could possibly, but then I don't know how that story could be because they have literally no ties.
Zero
ties. That doesn't make sense to me.
Or honestly, they can run back, but then again, if he beats Roman will probably disappear, you would assume.
Yeah.
So it's like they probably wouldn't have him run it back.
Unless it's like a WrestleMania.
Because Roman ain't eating 2 straight losses in a row.
Oh no, he's not gonna do that.
That ain't happening.
But I will say, if they do bring him back, it's probably gonna be a WrestleMania thing.
Yeah. Or like SummerSlam. Because SummerSlam.
I still think that's too soon for Roman type of. You know, Roman. He wants to make those big impressions.
Right. Because what they call in wrestling a special attraction.
Exactly.
That's what Roman's become. He's a special attraction.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool now that he's kind of full time. This is the first time we're getting full time Roman since his peak bloodline days.
Yeah, it's been. Brother, it's been some time.
Brother hasn't clocked in to work consistently in a minute.
Hey, he's still making WWE money, as he loves to say.
That's why it's like, business-wise, I just think you're right. There's very low chance what I want to happen happens. But I just think the questions you're asking is also part of the reason why Jacob Winning could be so excited, because then we'll wonder what's next. Who's going to be his next build? What's going to be the next story? Who's going to be Jacob's opponents as champion? Now you get to start fantasy booking what they're going to do. Because if Roman's champion, I think we have a good idea of what's going to happen. He's going to eventually face Seth. By how hot Oba is, you got to have Roman and Oba face together. That's too good for business. You got to have Oba and Roman face each other. By Summer, in my opinion. By SummerSlam. You got to have that match. Oba's too over. You don't want to cool him down.
Oba, I love him, but I think that Roman is.
I think Oba,
that's too high, right?
I just think the way
Roman is literally the top of the food chain. You see
athletes are hitting his strunt, bro.
I understand that. Bro. I truly understand that, but that's one man that in a 1 year's time span has done this. I know. You don't get a lot of people that are going to get pushed over that fast.
I just think we're living in an 0-2 Brock Lesnar situation where Brock Lesnar hit the scene. In 6 months, he was F5ing The Rock at SummerSlam to win his first WWE Championship. I think you have that sort of situation with Oba, where he just hit the scene and it's just like, yeah, that guy's going to main event multiple WrestleManias. That guy's going to win multiple world championships. That's the trajectory Oba's on, right? If he stays healthy. You know the wrestling business, by how much you fight, it's easy to pull something. It's easy to rip tricep shit. So hopefully he stays healthy. Yeah. It's just, bro, he's so... I mean, he called out Roman after Mania, too.
That is true. I think with...
You know Hall of Famer Bubba Dudley, right?
Yeah.
He said, I would have had Oba beat Roman the very next night after Mania. I don't know if I would have done that quick. But I saw his point. When you have someone this hot, I don't think you want to wait too long.
See, I think for Oba, for building up to Roman, is a Jacob or Gunther or Cody. Like, those are the type of like build-ups I want to see before you get to a Roman.
I want to see him take down big bosses before you
exactly.
Kind of like in a video game where you fight kind of the henchmen before you get to the final boss.
Exactly. You know, that's my thinking process.
You think that could be accomplished through the open challenge he's doing?
I don't think so. Because you're kind of pushing a storyline too quickly at that point.
That's a good point.
You know, because you're probably saying like every maybe 2 weeks he's going to be facing someone.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting too what direction they go for Roman at SummerSlam, assuming unfortunately my prediction is wrong and he beats Jacob. It's just going to be interesting because he had to stare down with Seth on Monday Night Raw, right? So it's like, are they going to pull the trigger at SummerSlam for that match, or are you going to wait till next year's WrestleMania to do Roman and Seth one-on-one? Because we've never seen him have a one-on-one Mania match. That's too much money to leave on the table now.
Yeah, that really is.
Mania. Or are you going to wait till Mania to do Roman and Oba? Or are you going to do Roman and Oba at SummerSlam and Roman and Seth at Mania? Or are you going to do Roman and Seth at SummerSlam or Roman and Oba at Mania? It just seems the end game for Roman is Seth or Oba.
Yeah, I mean, as far as for Roman, there's so many scenarios. So I don't know. I
It's gonna
don't
be
know.
interesting.
I'm just leave it at that.
But do you think there's any chance WWE pulls the swerve, like I hope, and they have Jacob shake up the scene a little bit, have him win this belt?
I don't think so, but I think they're gonna have one hell of a match.
Oh, it'll be a great
I think
match.
this match is gonna be one of those 10
There'll
plus
be so
minute.
much shit talk in this match.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I would say a slow pace.
For
I mean,
sure.
let's be honest. Roman, he's more on a slow pace type of.
That's
I want
the
to
way
beat
he
the hell out
works,
of you.
Yeah.
So I think this is gonna be
Kind of
that
has that
match.
Triple H style where he wants to work you methodically, and then the middle third he starts to pick up the pace.
Yeah. So that's where I think I could very well be wrong because Jacob, he at random spurts will hit you with some like quick
Power
counters.
moves, yes.
So it's like, and his counter game is that shit is kind of fire.
Nasty, bro.
You know,
he hits the cleanest Samoan drop too.
Yes.
Bro. That shit is beautiful.
So, do I think it's gonna be one hell of a match? Yes. Do I think Jacob is gonna win? Even though I want him to win, I don't see it. I really don't see it.
Damn. Unfortunately, you're probably right. This is probably a heart over head prediction for sure, because logic says you're right. I just think, bro, how hard they've been. Maybe they doing that on purpose to give fans kind of a false sense of hope that Jacob could win. Because I don't know if you saw Roman's schedule for June, he's all of a sudden not going to be on Raw.
Yeah.
So it's like between that, Jacob standing over Roman back-to-back weeks, I'm thinking Jacob's got to win, right? Maybe I'm reading too much.
WWE is like
WWE's
eating
good
at you.
Shit. That's what I'm saying.
They're eating you, dog. They're spoon feeding you, and you're taking.
Maybe I'm getting worked.
Bro, they're working the shit out of you.
They probably are. I've watched WWE too long to fall for this shit.
You should know this.
I probably am getting worked. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just like, and they dropped I saw on their channel they dropped a 5-minute Jacob documentary of him getting ready for them. It's like they're doing. Jacob was just on ESPN yesterday, so it's like they're doing a lot of publicity for someone that's gonna lose. You know, they're really highlighting a loser this much. I don't know. And all of a sudden,
you want me to give you a counter to that?
Mm-hmm.
What happened when CM Punk went on First Take?
Damn.
I'm just saying.
Damn.
I'm just saying.
I ain't think about that. Damn.
Or when Cody went on First Take, what happened? He lost his belt.
To Cena.
I'm just saying.
Damn.
They're giving you the blueprint, and you're putting your heart over the results.
It really sold me with the dates, though. When I saw all of a sudden his dates were wiped, I'm like, if he was champion, the dates would have still went there.
It's Roman, though.
Yeah. But Roman said he was going to be full-time all summer.
You believe Roman? When was the last time he was actually full-time?
Well, now. For his standards.
Exactly.
For his standards. I mean, Roman ain't clocked in full-time since 20...
The Shield, I would say.
Probably since his prime tribal chief. After, when he first won the belt, for real, like his first year. Because even near the end of his reign, he started becoming part-time. Which his last year, he was like there for months at a time with both belts. Yeah, I love Roman, but that was nasty. That was nasty. Champion holding both belts was missing 2 months at a time. Like, damn. I know when you're the big dog and you draw the money you do for the company, you could take off of work. I get it. But you had both belts. In fact,
they can't do shit with it.
They had to create a new belt because Roman missed so many days of work. Yep. So, it's been a minute since he's been full-time.
I'm just saying. Before we go, that's all I had to say.
That's food for thought. You're right there. I get it. And I'm probably getting work thinking. Now that I'm kind of thinking about it all in my head right now, I'm not going to lie. That's kind of why I'm starting to stutter to kind of justify my prediction right now. I guess my prediction is just very much based on every now and then WWE, even under this TKO business is everything model, will throw a little breadcrumb and have a surprise and do something
that's usually not for the main events, though.
they're just so damn safe, man. It's like sometimes I look at WWE and take a chance. Just take a chance. Why is everything so safe? I love Roman. Don't get me wrong. Roman's the dude, head of the table, tribal chief, the face of this company. But how fucking shocking would it be for the face of the company to lose his title a month into his reign? That would be some shocking shit.
I just don't see it.
Like, they have a chance to tell a T'Challa Killmonger story. When T'Challa lost to Killmonger the first time, the angry, motivated, more hungry cousin beats the cousin that has everything.
I just don't see it. I don't see it. When you can't change the stripes on a tiger.
Damn. I can't argue that logic. I can't argue that. You're probably right. This is very much heart over head. Not very much. 100% is heart over head. I just think, man, I just think, I'm gonna use Jacob's words. He needs this title.
All right.
He needs this title, bro.
That's the cue to go ahead and get out of here.
He needs it, man.
It's not gonna happen. Your heart is really speaking to you.
American Dream. I was on Reddit and I saw more and more people talking about why Jacob should win, and I'm like, you know what? I fucking agree. I'm with y'all.
See, that's the thing, though. If you need to go to a Reddit to see why someone should win,
they made some valid points.
Hey, I'm sure for that 5%, that 95%, Roman is taking that.
Probably higher than 95%.
Exactly. I'm trying to be kind.
I just, a part of me is like, maybe Roman won't want to put over his cousin. Then I saw a statistic. Roman's actually 3-0 versus his cousin in one-on-one matches. So the odds are not in Jacob's favor. I'm not gonna lie. They're very much not. You know, they're in his favor.
Well, hey, all I can say is we don't hit it all.
We did.
This is something that, hey man, y'all gotta keep watching so we can have more fun about this.
We'll definitely have our Backlash reaction as a whole next week after the pay-per-view is over. So we'll talk about everything, including me being right about Jacob beating Roman.
We'll see.
I'll look like a genius if I'm right. If I'm not, then I have an alibi. I said it probably would have happened.
Like you did with James Harden?
Yeah, let's get
Anyways, so the starting 5 is very simple. If you started watching from the beginning to the end, you gotta subscribe.
One click of a button.
That simple. Because it's for free. It's that simple.
It is every time.
Hey,
then,
come on, man.
Then you got to, I'm gonna jump ahead. We usually wait a little to say this. You gotta comment down below.
Tell us what you think about this. Am I right? Or is Corey gonna be
Are y'all part of that
future?
5%?
Oh God.
Come on.
My goodness.
Come on, join the Samoan Werewolf Hype Train. There's room for plenty of room, actually. There's not many of us that have the balls to say that Jacob's going to win this match Saturday. But if you're one of those 5%ers, join us in the comment section.
Anyways, make sure you hit that like button.
Almost spiked
come on
shit.
now,
No,
come
especially
on.
For the sake of this video, we're talking about two Samoans.
Exactly. I mean, it had to.
Got to.
Like, it's a must.
Got to. It's respect.
What's the other one?
Hit that notification bell.
Oh man, you know, if you are on your way to work and you want to hear something smooth and nice to just have some good tunes, what they gotta do, bro? They gotta make sure they hit the bell so they can see when Flicks and Kicks just posted.
Just look at that Just look at your phone and you see that beautiful logo.
Hey man, that F and K. Oh man,
it don't get better than that, bro.
That shit is tough,
ain't it?
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
You just start smiling. It's like, oh, they back.
Hey, what do we be saying though? What Ricky be saying?
If you ain't first, you last.
Reggae Bobby! Come on now.
If you haven't seen Talladega Nights, go see that classic. Simple as that.
Now, but what's the other one they gotta get going, bro?
Gotta follow the social medias.
You know
what I'm saying?
What are they?
Man, we got the TikTok. We got the Instagram. And we got the Letterboxd. And we're finna have our Michael review up very soon.
Hey,
I finally was able to see it today. Hunter saw it last week. We got our thoughts on that. We ain't gonna say it yet, but it's gonna be on Letterboxd very soon. Check that out.
We gonna have that up, so y'all stay tuned.
Moonwalk your way and to check out that Letterboxd review.
Hey, I see what you did there.
That was cool though.
Hey, that was nice. But you know, hey, it was cool talking with the folks, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.
Peace.